was Opus 5. As you may notice, I've been playing my 7-string. It's a interesting guitar, kind of. Or really interesting, actually. I got this for my 15th birthday. It's a Dean. It's a Dean, well, it may look like a Vendetta. Or whatever model you may think of it. It may look like, just tell me what it looks like. It has 24 frets. 2 double humbucker pickups. And real interesting fact, if you take off the strings, you can actually adjust the bridge. So change its height so you can adjust the strings to what tuning you want it to be in, or what higher tuning, that kind of thing. And also, 7-strings are used for heavier tunings like B standard and A standard. Korn uses it. Dream Theater, Trivium on their Shogun album, and and Mushroom Head, and much other bands who are just seriously low. And Wakuna Coil too, but no one really notices it. And the tablatures are never tabbed out with 7-string. Okay. Now, here's some riffs I know on the 7-string. Here's 2 riffs from one song, Down from the Sky by Trivium. You may recognize them. This is the pre-chorus. Now, you may notice it's tuned lower because I got it tuned down a whole step down. A tuning of the normal standard tuning of 7-string is B, E, A, D, G, B, E. Now I got it stepped down, so basically it's A, D, G, C, F, A, D. Now you got the low A, and also the mix of the D. Now I'm on Korn's tuning, which on most their albums they use 7-string. Here or Evolution, or whatever songs they may have. In Mushroom Head's tuning, which they use 7-string from both B to A and back, like Sun Doesn't Rise, or Save Us, or what other Mushroom Head songs will be on, or you play. Now, the 7-string is a complicated instrument. It has a lower string, as you may already know. Now, back in 1989, when Steve Vai was designing the first manufactured 7-string to Ibanez Universe, which most of you know about that guitar, he originally designed to have a higher A string, but it kept snapping because of the thinner gauge than the high E. So, basically, he decided to go with the low. And made the 7-string revolution. Now, several companies make the 7-string now. Jackson, Dean, and Washburn, and Ibanez. The original guys made the 7-string. There are several models, like the K5 used by Korn, the Universe used by Steve Vai and other guitarists, and now there's the Trivium. Now Trivium has their own 7-strings. The Razorback 7-string and some Flying V shaped 7-string, which I don't know what to call it. It's Corey's model, and I call Matt's the Razorback. It's Y 7-string. But he also got himself a when he switched to Epiphone or Gibson. He got himself made a 7-string Flying V, which is pretty nice. We got an Explorer or a Flying V, because I saw some photos of them using it at Mayhem Festival. And now here's the other riff from Down from the Sky, is the Elephant riff, which you guys may have heard. Remember, it's in a lower tuning, so it makes it a little different. And if I don't do it correct, please notify me. And over the past 20 years. It's at 2009, probably like the 20-year anniversary of the 7-string revolution began. These guitars have gone great. Like now, people who play the 7-string may find it difficult to learn, but once you get used to the 7th string and understand the wideness and stretch of the neck, you'll get used to it. It's not that hard actually. Now for an 8-string guitar, if you listen to Meshuggah and some other bands which I might not know about, they use 8 strings, then there's a challenge because you get that extra wide neck and everything. Like the 8 string is a lower string too, it's a low F sharp, which for step down will be like another lower, heavier version of the E standard tuning, which everybody starts at. And if you guys are wondering why I'm wearing a tie, this isn't real. It's one of the shirts with a tie and printed on it. That skull's on it. If you guys want to zoom in, that skull's. But yeah. Now, 7 strings are also used in heavy metal, jazz, and and new metal too. Like, that's the little riff you hear on Cowboy Bebop. Alright, now that means I'll be able to give guitar lessons on the 7-string, or do covers on the 7-string. So if you guys get any requests, be happy to ask. And one thing. Now, the lowest tuning this thing I've gotten to is drop G. I don't want to tune it any lower because to me it wouldn't make any sense. Pretty much C, like A standard with the There you go, Dean, one of the most beautiful guitars I've ever wielded. When I first found it, it called me. It wanted me. But the reason most people wouldn't buy a 7-string, it's too confusing. I'll say get over it. If you do, just. And now, for anybody who wants to clarify, the best way to tell if it's a 7-string from afar is either you count the tuner heads, check it, just look real closely, or if you can tell, like on a lot of electric guitars, as always, for thicker strings, or 3 thicker strings, you always check for a 4th, unless they're on the heavier gauge, which basically using take out the high E's using 7-string strings 2 through 7. I've done it to my other guitar, which is now busted because of it. Just that note there. Well, this video is about to run time. People, just remember, if you any guitar lessons on either the 7-string or just normal 6-string, I can still do it on this guitar. And over and under, we also be happy to do any requests too. And remember, if you just keep practicing. If you guys are 7-string guitar players too, keep at it. Remember, just that extra string, that's all it needs. And if you guys are getting an 8-string, advancing to that, then that, keep on trying that too. So, well, guys, I have nothing else to say. And this is Resultless 5 signing off, and, here's a little riff to go out. And by the way, I set my webcam to automatically end this video right at 10 minutes, so you can't press anything.